We're with West Indies captain Carlos Brathwaite as we prepare for a series against India. Three T20s starting in Florida. Carlos, tell us a little bit about what you see coming up.
I'm very excited to be back in Florida, where I had my debut as a captain in the West Indies. And if you remember, that series was very memorable as well, with a massive score in the first game, 400 odd runs, and then a very tight one in the second one that we won with the rain. So expecting similar fight, similar grit, similar competition between the two teams. And obviously, West Indies and India have had good battles in the past, and I expect nonetheless come the two games in Florida.
And the return, obviously, of your Kolkata Knight Riders teammate Sunil Narayan, Kyron Pollard as well, two very experienced players, and two players I know you have a lot of respect for, and you'll be expecting a lot from them.
Yeah, definitely. There are two leaders in the dressing room. However, quietly they go about their stuff, and it's a joy to have them back. I think we showed in the last T20 series under my captaincy in Bangladesh with a very young team. They could brand the cricket that we want to play, and we know that this brand of cricket is synonymous with the brand of cricket that those two guys play, albeit with a lot more experience. So we're hoping that we can continue to portray that positive flair brand of cricket. And for those guys to add a little bit of experience, a little bit of knowledge, and for me as a captain as well, to have them to bounce ideas off on the field, that type of energy and that type of information is second to none.
And Bramble, first opportunity for him as a wicketkeeper. Obviously, he's an attacking batsman as well, and he's the kind of player, obviously, that would excite the fans. So tell us a little bit about his inclusion and how you see him going.
We needed a second keeper. Because Shea Hope was rested, Puran has been elevated to the wicketkeeper for the tour. So we wanted to find someone who was young, who was on the circuit, and who had been performing over a period of time. He plays all three formats. He obviously led the West Indies B team in the inaugural GT20 in Canada as well. Had some performances there, and by all accounts, his leadership was good as well. So for me as a captain, to have more and more leaders, however young, however old in the team, is a good sign, and is a set of information that I can lean on. For him personally, just for him to get amongst the group, continue to learn, obviously from a different set of guys, but pull from each person the information that he can to add to his game. And if he does get a chance for him to express himself and show the region and the world why he was selected.
And not far away, we almost touching point now of ICC World T20 World Cup. Australia just over a year from now. The fixtures have shown West Indies in Adelaide, in Melbourne and in Perth. So I'm sure you've got one eye, if not both eyes, set on defending the world title.
Yeah, definitely. First up is India. Get through this series, then we have our Caribbean Premier League, and then it'll be interesting to see which guys put their hands up in the CPL. And then I think after the CPL, it's time to, I guess, reset of sorts, and look forward and plan every series from then to the World Cup, and everything going forward from the CPL will be geared towards us retaining the title in Australia.
Okay, Carlos. And you personally, a massive breakthrough innings in the World Cup. Everyone knows, given time to back what you're capable of. A little bit, just reflect on your World Cup from a personal point of view, and then the ODIs coming up against India as well.
From a personal point of view, I was happy obviously to get maiden century international cricket. I think I've been working hard, extremely hard, on my batting over the past 12 months or so. So it's finally good to see it come to fruition in the longer format, the ODI cricket, and on the stage such as the World Cup. Bowling wise, it probably was good in bits and bobs, still ended with 9 wickets or so. So personally I think averaging 30 with the bat, 35 with the ball are probably numbers that I want to end my career with. So I think that World Cup performance was kind of a template for me to move forward with. And if I continue to add value with the bat and the ball and in the field, and continue to assist Captain Jason Holder, then I think that my job would have been well done. So I think the World Cup is kind of a template for me to use and going forward in my ODI career. Looking forward to the ODIs against India. Obviously we knew how close we were in a few games in the World Cup, and it was just the 1%ers, couple drop chances or chances here and there. So I think as a team, it's incumbent on us to do what we did well in the World Cup and then make wrong things right, and then I guess start looking to 2023 by finding and executing a brand of cricket that can be used across all conditions and, yeah, eventually win cricket games.
Thanks, appreciate it.